I would like to welcome y'all to another edition to Critical Thinkers. You know, over here the truth don't need no support. And remember, God made Haitians and Haiti made Zoes. What's good, my brother John?
Hey, what's going on? I'd like to also welcome y'all to the Critical Thinkers podcast. It's your main man, Junkie John. We back at it again in a Haiti Soldier. This is a continued episode, part 2 of the Big Meech saga. Y'all know once we come out, we come from, the streets, so we're gonna let y'all know what the streets talking about. We're gonna basically let y'all know how the streets feel about it. And we're gonna also let y'all know, how we feel about it from, OG perspectives. You know what I mean? That's the only way we could bring it to y'all. Raw and uncut, live and direct, case to this shit got a lot of people in turmoil, a lot of people mad. Man, this Big Meech thing done took a fight. And like I said, case the only thing that really bothered me first, this what first bothered me about this situation. Because you got all these dudes that was sideways, behind closed doors. They already knew about this stuff, right? They knew about this. We ain't got to get all into it, but we gonna talk about that case stuff, about how all these dudes, all of a sudden, right? Everybody playing mad. We don't condone the rat shit. We ain't on it. The third party rat, we been letting people know about it. Like we always stated, that shit hit home before with us. We ain't got to get deep into those, conversations either, because it is what it is. We already understand how that shit goes. But at the same token, even 50, like I said, now I'm going to just keep it all the way 100. Even with 50, at the end of the day, 50 was even going to condone the rat and shit that he knew about, you feel me, and go ahead and play the role in the movie. He was hugging with the man. Remember, he was hugging with the man in the picture. Took the man through school, his son through school, and all these kind of things. You don't think, hold up, Casey, you don't think at about that time when he done invested all his money in this man's son and everything, you don't think he knew that man had third party telling on his jacket?
He know.
50 play chess. He ain't playing checkers in this game, right? So the only thing I'm saying is, like I said, I don't condone ratting, straight up and down how it's looking, Kenny K. Big Meech, you know what I'm saying? He loses points. It looked like, right now it looked like, for real, it's looking like he at the cross right now, right? Remember how Jesus was on the cross?
Mm-hmm.
He nailed to the cross right now. They crucifying him. But what he gonna do, Casey? He gonna come clean, because the deck looks stacked against him. What we know, based on how that third party telling go, plus not only that, because we can't use only our opinions. Look at the paperwork.
Yes, the paperwork
from Sean G. Like I
the
told you, that boy
Sean
Sean G. Sharp, him and that dog, or him and Dogface. I ain't gonna lie. On the internet, across the board, them boys put the facts right where the facts need to be. All you got to do is know how to read that paperwork. If you know how to read that paperwork, you've been in the joint, you've been fighting, cases, and you've been filing motions to suppress evidence and all this stuff they talking about. We know them type of terms, because guess what? We was in that law library shepherding cases too. We shepherd them cases, we cross-reference, we do all that good stuff when we up for appeal. So we know. So now when Sean G, that's a bad boy. When that boy Sean G, that smooth ass, hey, that dude smooth too, and he got the little vernacular on lock. He speak with clarity and authority. He speak plain. He got the paperwork. See, everybody always talk about the paperwork. I heard one dude, what this dude name is, man, I just saw the dude. Anyway, he ain't important. Still asking for the paperwork, right? That's the same shit they was doing with Ali Ho Adams when the nigga had the paperwork all out on social media. The paper was everywhere. You had the white boys that were true case shepherds. You know what I'm saying? You got these dudes that really really is shrewd when it comes to that paperwork. They know how to go. They know how to go on Pacer.com. They know how to go to all these different sites, Kenny K, get that paperwork, look at that thing, and they can read it and give it to the public, just how it's supposed to be. The real deal. So, even when nigga was telling them, Aliho Adams a rat, his paperwork, all these people were showing his paperwork, nigga still was vibing with him because he was telling them lies, them good lies. Everybody act like they was ignoring the fact that he was a rat until the truth came out, till Jokey Joke hit him in a pop, 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 you know, till I bust his ass on up. And then they bagged off him a little bit because they seen the buffoonery, right? The buffoonery was there. But now, with Big Meech case, now, it's crazy because Tammy is involved, and you heard about what Rick Ross finna do now, right? You see what he promoting now?
Talk to me, John. What's going on?
Rick Ross is promoting the movie that he was gonna do for Big Meech them. Now he's talking about he's gonna tell the story from the DA point of view, from the police point of view. So now, I told you it was going to turn from Big Meech them story to Tammy's story, right? He got Tammy on law. You talking about the girl finna get killed and all that. She ain't going nowhere.
No,
50 got to use her. So now they're going to tell the Meech story from the investigative side. So this is how they get to reveal, you know how 50 gonna play. They get to reveal the paperwork, Meech stuff. Tammy gonna tell her story. So Tammy's gonna break everything down and 50 gonna pay for it and movie for it. You see how genius he is with it? Man, that dude
He
there,
always marketing.
yo, that dude there is something else. And now, what Rick Ross left with? He left with trying to explain it first to the homeboys. First the homies want to know. The whole Detroit, St. Louis, ATL, even Florida want to know. Because Meech had niggas all over them.
All over the globe.
Remember,
all over
he
the
just
globe.
did his halfway house right in Miami, in our backyard. He was in the halfway house, right? Bam. After him and 50 go through the little situation, Rose had him. So Rose was finna do the damn thing right here in Miami. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Whatever that concert, I heard it was a lot of threatening going on about Meech too. It wasn't about 50 shutting nothing down. 50 did not shut. I told you, 50 ain't had nothing to do with that. Even though he said it in a little sarcastic way, or you know, I ain't had nothing to do. He really didn't have nothing to do with that. Now I'm still sure some of them artists wasn't going to perform, but that's not why the concert was canceled. You know what I mean? So he did not shut Rose down. 50 did not shut Rose down. It's deeper. And I'm hearing Rose even talking about doing it on a motion picture level because he was like, 50 was finna do it a low budget. Blah, 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 blah. You already know how Rose pop, that money on talk. He like, you know what I'm saying? We finna do this thing on the, you know what I'm saying? On a grand scale. You know how Rose be coming. He like, boy, we finna do this thing motion picture. Hey, my nigga like that. But anyway, so 50 is finna tell the story from Tammy's side, and Rose about to do with motion picture. Y'all just lay around for that. But anyway, now, Kenny K, Meech, he got a lot to explain. They even talking about, oh, he should get the affidavit, because you know he could do, remember the same thing Tammy was trying to do with the affidavit. Remember when the shit leaked out that Meech's name was on that first affidavit she did that was part of the case? Remember, that's how they got the link to know Meech's name was on the paperwork. When the lawyer sent your boy Cuffy attorney sent that work to Meech them. Remember, he had to file for the Frank law, right? Remember, it was the Frank's law thing where he had to see what's the evidence against me, the wiretap. Remember, because they said the wiretap was what they used, you know what I'm saying, to convict Cuffy. So now, Cuffy defense say, okay, we want to, you know, challenge that, the wiretap. We want to see how y'all was able to use these wiretaps to scar my main man Cuffy. So now when they see it, it's Big Meech's name all over the shit. So they see Flannery name on there. They send it to Big Meech. Remember, your boy was talking about how Meech's, not Meech's, but Cuffy's attorney, certified mail, that document, sent it to Meech's defense team. And this, Meech, your lawyer gonna get it, and your lawyer gonna bring to you that certified mail. Or if that certified mail comes straight to you, it's legal mail, they gonna make sure you get it, because them folks make you sign that legal mail in the joint too. When you get legal stuff, it's gonna get to you. If it don't get to you, like they said, it's a return address, it's gonna come right back to the sender. But apparently, it never came back to the sender, and they never responded to it. So now they saying Meech, he remained mute on that. He ain't say nothing from that time. This was in 2013 they did that. Kayster? Since 2013, when Cuffy, you know, actually got convicted, I'm assuming, for that case, they sent that thing before he caught his time. They sent that thing to Meech. Meech ain't respond to it. Just to let them know, defense just letting them know, hey, you know your name is on this document saying you are the one that set up this whole thing. Meech ain't respond.
You know what, John? The game has changed, and I want to start off by saying I want to apologize to these young niggas.
Apologize for who?
I'm apologizing. No, I'm apologizing to these young niggas on behalf of them being disappointed again. Believing in the real nigga. These young niggas believed in Big Meech. Listen. These young niggas don't got too many street heroes to look at. Right. Before Big Meech was exposed as a rat, it's a lot of young niggas looked up to BMF, Big Meech.
But you know what I know about this younger generation, Kitty King? Like us OGs, we giving them game, right? We giving them game free of charge, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we owe to the young G's. They need that guidance. And just like you were saying on one of the videos, like if a nigga trying to really just worry about where your money getting spent and all that as an OG, then he really in your way. If he ain't just showing you the ropes, you know, like we say, from A to Z, we gonna show you the ropes. So at the end of the day, they ain't looking up to no nigga like that anyway. They gonna look up to a real nigga. Now they might have respect his hustle. I'm gonna give them that. They might have been like, boy, Big Meech, Black Mafia. But it ain't like from when he was locked up all the way to when he got out, which is right now, and they finding out that he's a rat. It ain't like they've been praising him forever. It's just that he was locked up. So people were saying, whoa, Big Meech, you know what I'm saying? One of the real dudes, you know what I'm saying? Black Mafia that really did it big, and he locked up. Ain't nobody was expecting him to get out up until we start hearing Big Meech about to get out. But word already was out in his camp, and it leaked out through a few people that he was already rapping.
Yeah, the camp knowing that. See, Blue Da Vinci, I don't respect him because Blue Da Vinci knew that Big Meech was a rat, and he was willing to keep it. As long as Big Meech would have kept him on the team, Blue Da Vinci was going to keep that shit to himself. You understand? So at the same time, I look at the bigger situation. You know, we come from the streets, Junk. You know, we come from a family of gangsters. So when someone like Big Meech that had a real legacy, the Black Mafia family, and when he take that stance, death before dishonor, and he go before these people, and he cooperate in third-party situation, that's a loss for the real street niggas. Right. Because these young niggas don't only got so many heroes to look up to, like and they falling one by one.
But like we were saying, I ain't want to cut in like that because I don't even want it to look like they should even be looking at, you know, them type of heroes. Because look, Kingston, we live in legends, right? On top of that, we live, right? Like LL said, quote LL on that, right? We live in legends, bro. We was tried through them same fires. We got homies like Macazo that's still doing a life sentence for something he didn't even do, and nobody cracked. So the young niggas, the young generation of wolves, of G's, that's really trying to keep a code, they already understand Z and G code niggas. Don't get that twisted. We cannot feel sorry about niggas that got tried in the same fire we got tried in, balled on our level, or even better. You can say no hating on the player, If a nigga bought harder than me or us as a clique, then that's what they did. But at the end of the day, we went through that fire and we came out like refined gold. You know what I'm saying? That fire could make you or break you. You know what I mean? Now, if you pure like we were, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the rest in peace homies as well. If you went through that fire and you came out good as gold, shining like white diamonds, because you ain't got no flaws, then that's a blessing. That's what we always talk about when we talk about that priceless gem. That stuff that surpass money. Money can't make you real. Money can't make you, solid. You feel me? Because a lot of niggas still had it twisted like we understand. And a lot of these young G's were misguided by niggas that had money that appeared to be real. See, a lot of people, and that's why we like to give game right here. A lot of people got it misconstrued that if you got money or you getting money, that makes you real. Mm-hmm. And a lot of niggas be on the sideline, jive, cheering for them type of niggas because a nigga could floss, a nigga might have on the big gym, nigga got the hoes, niggas in the club with the bottles, and a lot of commercial niggas, they classify that as real. But they don't know the dark side of this shit. When a nigga that's balling on that level, when he gotta get tried in them dismal cribs and them joints and them prisons, shit we've been enduring since we was jits, bro. We was going to jail when we was jits, nothing to glorify, but we came through a different era and time too, Kester, that we got schooled a little different too. We saw shit different. Our older G's or niggas, we saw that we mimicked or we patterned ourselves like we understood that, bro, we couldn't have no flaws. It was a Z code. It was a Z code implanted in our brain that's not implanted in these younger niggas' brain because it skipped a generation. It skipped a generation. See, we was that last breed. And then it skipped the generation, and then a lot of flaw shit came in between. Not to say every nigga was flawed, but you had a lot of flaw shit going on out here. Look how the busted nigga Ali came out with the flaw shit. Niggas was accepting that flaw shit. So it was an era when it skipped a generation of real niggas. For real, because a lot of the real niggas that was out, niggas got into their own little small circles and was doing their thing. And then the other niggas was locked up or died off. So you had a generation of, not all the young niggas, but I'm gonna say the young nigga generation, because that's when the Schweck niggas came in, you feel me? And the Schweck became the game where you didn't even have to be outside. Niggas inside getting that money on, you feel me? And niggas coming out gleaming. But what happened in that whole era was the G code
was lost somewhere.
It stumbled. It stumbled right there up in that little era. That little Z and G code.
You know where I think it was lost at, Joe? Because when that Sweat came around, that's the only game that ever came that you didn't have to really be a gangster to get into.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the Sweat was open to everyone.
Right.
To gangsters, to
right.
nerds, to 9 to 5
right,
niggas.
Right.
So once everyone was welcome to the Sweat,
so there was too much mixing and mingling.
There was no more code.
Right. It was too much mixing and mingling.
But you know what else I want to ask you, Jump? Because you're a person that went to the federal penitentiary and you did a lot of time.
Right.
You know what it is about when you get that, when a nigga goes to the feds and they get that 20, 30-year bid. How it feel when you first get that time? Do you see the day of light? What make these niggas turn? Do you got to be strong to handle that 20 to 30 years?
That's what I be talking about.
Talk to me, John.
That's what I be talking about. You see, it's levels to this shit, right? And this caliber of dudes, but when niggas out here in the street mixing and mingling and getting money, you can't really tell, right? It's when a nigga get in that spot and nigga trapped in that little box. You feel me? Shit go fast. Nigga lose their freedom real quick. Nigga stop balling. Everything stop for a nigga. So it's a mental thing that goes on with a lot of niggas. And a lot of even real niggas, solid niggas. Niggas go through this stage, and there's a stage like once you facing that time and you just gonna be in this little environment, it's like a cultural shock for you right quick. But you in this environment where you stripped from everything. You in the underground now. You ain't nobody no more. You in prison. You the product of the government. Like, you thinking of all this shit versus what you just left. So you got to be a strong nigga to know that, damn, this like a little slight judgment that's going on with me for the game that I chose. You know, so in your mind, you going through it. I mean, from a real nigga standpoint, that's how it was with me. You know, all these different thoughts come to your mind about what you can do and what you can possibly be facing and what your situation could be. But at the end of the day, you really got to look at yourself and say, who the fuck am I?
But during all that time, real niggas never think about trying to figure a way to rat their way out of it.
No, but look,
they just figure a way how they gonna do this time.
It's
keep their
levels.
mind clear.
It's levels, K-Ster. That's why I'm trying to tell you, it's no such thing as a real nigga. Because if you look at a lot of these niggas,
so you telling me, hold on, Junk, you telling me being a real nigga nowadays is overrated?
It's overrated, K-Ster, and that's where I was gonna go with this.
Okay.
See, when we say real nigga, Kenny K, me and you can say real niggas because we've been tried. We went through that school of hard knocks. We've been through street shit. We've been through all facets of the street life. Kenny K, we lost a lot, but we're not the lost ones. See, that's why the family of the lost ones, they look at us different too. Like, damn, them niggas is the reason why I lost my son, my uncle, my whatever. You feel me? And those are the pains we gotta always take on the cheek. You feel what I'm saying? So we ain't the direct loss, but we lost a lot.
That's some deep shit, John.
Our homies, you know what I'm saying? We lost situations. I'm talking about big money making moving situations. We had big money making deals, even with this music shit. We lost because guess what? We was in the game. And whatever came with the game, we was willing to go head on with it. So when we went head on with it, you feel me? Consequences and repercussions. The only thing that's different is me and you is here to still be able to tell our story and to give these young niggas game. Cause it's a different era. And you still got some young good niggas out here, right? But they need the guidance. It's still a few coded young niggas without that little guidance, cause it ain't like the whole era failed. You know what I'm saying? It's just majority of that little era got tarnished because that Z code and that G code was kind of, you know what I'm saying, on park for a minute. It was a new generation coming in, and young niggas was moving fast. That Sweat had them niggas on money. Young niggas ain't trying to hear nothing. They going hard. So a lot of the OG niggas that was still doing their thing, they wanted to, niggas fell back. So that's what fucked the game up. We don't want to get too far off course with what we was talking about. But what I was telling you is we got to actually just be thankful that the game that we chose to, you know, live in and the code we chose to live by, we stuck to that. You know what I'm saying? So we able to sit here on these platforms and go through these different stories, real life stories. Because right, the internet is the new streets for us, right? We ain't in the streets, we are the streets. But this internet is the new streets for us. So now we the real ones from the old streets. Don't get it twisted, because we done, you know what I'm saying, transition to the internet streets. It ain't like we was busters in the street. You know what I'm saying? The streets. We gangsters, so we got the right. We got the authority. You know what I'm saying?
And the right to speak on.
The right to speak on this, because the truth don't need support, right?
Hello.
And we the truth. You know what I'm saying? We live by, die by. But at the same token, like I said, with the Meech situation, all them dudes that was harboring, that's what we call a nigga, harboring rats. Niggas that, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking rat farm.
Still fuck with a rat nigga, cause that's they homeboy. And you know, some niggas in their mind, they be like, oh, the nigga ain't tell on me, so he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Another thing I'm gonna tell you something about K-Ster that people are not bringing to the forefront, especially these niggas that's been in the pen. Now, remember, Meech, and I don't want to add this as a part of Meech's story, but I'm gonna just give you some game on how this shit go down in the penitentiary, right? With a lot of these Mexican families, because I'm hearing a lot about some of these niggas that be like, you know, willing to go tell or do the third party telling, it's like they won't try to sink their immediate circle, but they'll try to get like a Mexican or a nigga from another clique. Let me tell you something about the Mexicans though, dog. It's a lot of the Mexican mafia cliques, and I know this for a fact because I was in the joint with them. A lot of them, like different gangs, the Mexican gangs, they got a code, bro, that they live by. And it's a faulty code, because if you're a rat, you're a rat. It don't matter what nationality you tell them. You ratted on a motherfucker, you ratted. But them Mexicans, bro, they got a code to where as long as they ain't snitched on each other, they ain't considered a rat amongst the family, bro. Oh, now that's something you might hear about later on. Now don't be surprised if we get one of these situations that come on in social media and it be breaking news that come out. You're gonna say, boy, John talked about that.
So John,
before.
I got another question for you about that federal penitentiary.
Right.
How did Big Meech make it through his time without the people on the compound knowing about the third party? And if they did know, so you telling me that niggas in the feds now accept rats if you rich enough?
Wait, that's two different situations.
Okay.
Number one, niggas will accept. Don't get that fan shit twisted. Niggas is accepting rats and harboring rats in the federal penitentiary of today. The federal penitentiary of today is not the federal penitentiary of yesterday, when it was really, really, really going hard. Now you're gonna hear a lot of niggas, OG niggas, and it's niggas older than us or our age, our era, or back, further back. It was a code in that penal system about rats. And if a nigga knew he was a rat, a nigga knew what he had to do to get the fuck away from a yard or a compound that's pushing that rat shit.
Well, someone's gonna push that knife in.
So right. So you gotta understand, in the federal prisons, in the Federal Bureau of Prison, right? You got several prisons. You got prisons in every state. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're in the feds, you know, feds supersede the state. So the feds got facilities in all the states. They even got penitentiaries in Alaska, damn it, Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? So the feds do it big. So at the end of the day, with this fed shit, Kimmy K, it's real serious. That shit is segregated. You just got all kind of different type of politicking going on. You know what I'm saying? And when that politicking shit going on, you got niggas that's gonna harbor rats. You got niggas that's gonna push that motherfucking shit. You got compounds that's pushing paperwork, so it ain't that much politicking. It is what it is. You got certain compounds. It's getting more watered down though as we go, because it's like niggas don't want to do time no more. And out here, it ain't like back in the days when you was hearing rats get whacked. Like when you heard a nigga rat, or a nigga got at that rat, he got whacked. And when you heard about it, when it was about a rat, it just, you never hear about it again, man. And he was a rat, and that was it. Niggas knew, like, if there was some rat and shit, there ain't no more discussion about it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He deserved it. But now, when a motherfucker hear about this rat and shit, it's like motherfuckers gravitate towards the shit. It's like niggas getting out and throwing parties for certain rat niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So it's rat niggas that's been out here forever and a day, ain't never been locked up. I don't know what party telling they call that. If you didn't never go to jail, but you just putting a nigga in jail because you fear for your life. This might be a nigga that's oppressing nigga. You know how some of them killers out here, they knew the gangsters that was getting money, and then they knew the soft niggas that was getting money. And the soft niggas is a press game. Nigga pulling up with that thing like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? So certain niggas will call police on them type of niggas, try to put them niggas away. You feel what I'm saying? So the game is all fucked up. Now, this third party rat and shit done got so fucking crazy, and it's been going on. It's been going on. It's just now, it's like right in our community, like I said. So now, what we're telling the youth and these young niggas is, now, dog, it's like you ain't even got to throw rocks at the chain gang, bro. Motherfuckers will bring you right to the doorstep of the prison. Motherfuckers just be getting you locked up to get another one of their people is out of jail. It's like, bro, and you gotta say it's fair game. That's the game.